I'm Victoria and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'll be going through my newborn baby must-haves, what we bought as first-time parents and which products my baby loved. Lots of products that we actually use from newborn till about 10 months of age, so hopefully you'll find this video interesting and helpful in the long run. And so just a disclaimer, I am no way sponsored by any of the brands I'm going to mention today, and I am neither a medical nor a parental expert, so I'm just speaking from my first-hand experience as a first-time mum. So yeah, hope you enjoy this video and I would love for you to subscribe and stick around. Thank you. So the first product I can recommend to you is the Sleepyhead Deluxe. So we got this when she was a newborn, and I believe on the website they always say that the Deluxe is from newborn to 8 months. Our baby wasn't exactly a small baby, but she was in this up until the age of 10 months. And so it's just got cushion size, it's very soft and very portable. It's also got like a clip at the bottom, I don't know if you can see. So there we go. So you can open it up when they start getting a bit long, and so gets more use out of it. This was really easy to transport, so we had it from newborn in her cot, and then we could take it to friends' houses, or I went abroad with it, and it was just really practical. And because she was used to sleeping in this, wherever I went, as long as she slept in this, she was fine. So I believe that this really helped our baby sleep. Our baby's been sleeping through the night since about 2 months old. I'm sorry, long day at work. And so yes, really enjoyed this, and really my baby loved this as well. We also ended up getting the carrier for the Sleepyhead, just to make sure there was no dust or anything on it when we were travelling. And so also this was quite good when we went on the plane. You could actually just stick a load of swaddle cloths bottles in there as well, so it was a bit of a cheat to get more items on board. So highly recommend that as well if you do move around a lot, and also even if you're just taking it to a friend's house or parents' house or whatever, it's just really easy just to have everything together and you're more organised that way. Another essential which we couldn't have lived without, and certainly more of a peace of mind as well for first-time parents who don't really know what they are doing, is our Grow Egg. So I believe we have the Grow Egg 2, and it's just a little thermometer in the baby's bedroom, and it changes colour whether it's too hot or too cold. It has a little smiley face or like a little upset face if it's not the right temperature for the baby. And it was really just very easy to use and know, okay, yes, it is too hot in here for her. So we were able to adapt her pyjama and sleeping bag situation with that, so that was really good. So if you are a little bit anxious about knowing whether it is the right temperature, I would highly recommend getting you one of these little things. And then also, just back onto the sleeping bag notion, we got a couple of sleeping bags from Mori, so it's a UK brand, and so I've got two 0.5 tog and then two 2.5 tog, so winter and summer. It's 0 to 2 years old, so I thought, well, we'll just see what happens. And they are really lovely. She can't get out of them. She's trying to, but she can't get out of them yet. She sleeps really well in them. They have little inserts for car seats, so you can just basically transfer her from car seats to crib or vice versa without having to remove the bag, which is really good. And it also came with a little pamphlet about how to actually know how to dress them with the temperature gauge next to it as well. So if they need long sleeve or short sleeve pyjamas on, ooh, I really hope this is showing up. I'll link it down below. So yes, this was quite useful to have just as well. I mean, you can download lots of things on Pinterest and whatever, so I would recommend doing little charts as well. We did, and don't regret doing that, so yeah. Another item I recommend getting is a little baby carrier. My baby absolutely loved being carried around, so for the first few months when I was at home, it was called Cuddle Bug, I think is the brand. I just got it on Amazon again, and it's basically just a very long piece of fabric that you wrap around yourself, and it looks a little bit awkward, but then you do get used to it, and it just was really soft against my baby. She was really secure. I felt she was more secure than in other carriers, so I would highly recommend getting that. And then also when I was taking the dogs out, I would then have have a different baby carrier, which again I'll link down below. And so yes, it was a little bit more sturdy and geared up for going outside, like facing the elements. So yes, I would definitely recommend getting a baby carrier, because otherwise you just, I mean, I couldn't have got many things done otherwise, because, you know, sometimes they just want to be held, they just want a bit of attention, they just want to hear your heartbeat. Right, so the next item is a boppy pillow. So I call this a boppy. I'm not quite sure what you actually meant to call it, but there you go. This was really, really practical. So for breastfeeding, or when my baby was a bit older, she ended up being very, very nosy and wanting to sit up and not just be flat on her back. So we would just sit her up in there and she'd be able to see everything. And also very portable. You can just put this on your bed or on the floor or whatever, wherever you are with your baby. And then also it was good for tummy time, so strengthening the neck and back muscles. So no, highly recommend having one of these. Another item which we have absolutely loved, and we will love it for many more years to come, is our rocking chair. So no, it's not just for grannies, and it's just in the background there. I won't turn the camera, but you can probably see my cat's tail swishing every now and again. He loves it, we love it, our baby loves it. So we got it from Amazon. It has a little footstool that comes with this as well. And so it was really useful, even in the very early days when I had to breastfeed, and sometimes things would be a bit awkward, and my husband working the next day and everything. So I would literally just come into this room, breastfeed a little bit. It was just really, really comfortable. It has these really, really deep pockets on either side. So I was storing like snacks for the middle of the night while I was breastfeeding. I had like water bottles, and now obviously she's older, so that's my reading chair with her. So every night we just read a couple of books together. So yes, highly recommend that. The next item I can recommend to you guys is having a proper changing station. I don't think you actually need to buy a changing table, but I mean, we actually have one secondhand, and I just added bits to it to make sure it was what we wanted to have as a changing table. And I just wanted an area which was really secure and organised, and so I could just deal with anything that, you know, was happening. So any poo explosion, I could just up, that's it, done. We have little baskets on the side which are from IKEA, and then there are ridged sides all around, so even if she was rolling, she wouldn't roll off the table. You're always scared of that happening. So we also have some little bits on the side, so if she were to be bored, we could just give her something to handle. So yes, I would definitely recommend getting some kind of thing sorted, because you just feel like you're more with it. So the next item I'd like to recommend to you are mam bottles. I breastfed my baby in the very, very early days 100% of the time, and then when I started going back to work, I started expressing my milk, and so we ended up trying out lots of different brands, Dr. Brown, Tommy Tippy, and mam was definitely her favourite. I think they say it's more like breastfeeding, or very easy to lead on from breastfeeding onto these mam bottles. And also, just to clarify as well, her dummies or pacifiers are actually mam branded as well. So I think in total it obviously worked very well for us. We had no problem at all alternating between breast and bottle, so very happy with that. Right now, so the next item I can recommend to you are swaddles. Now, I breastfed my baby up until about the age of 8 months, and then I went back to work, and it was a bit too complicated after that. But these swaddles, I was using about 4 or 5 different swaddles a day when she was first born, for the first 3 months of her life. And then it was just really practical, even if you're just having it over your shoulder and, you know, burping the baby, or mopping up anything disgusting coming out or whatever. So these are really practical. Doing it again, I would have just bought the organic bamboo cotton ones, because they ended up becoming so soft through the wash, and then tumble drying it. I mean, they were just so nice and soft for our baby's skin. So if you're going to go for swaddles, I would go down that route. Right, so another item that I would highly recommend getting even for newborns is a little play mat. We had a small play mat which was a hand-me-down once more from my older sister, and our baby absolutely loved using it. It was just something extra, you know, more interesting for her to discover the world. I can't remember the brand, but I will link it in the description down below. And so we used that for about 2 or 3 months, and then eventually she actually got so strong she was able to pull it down on her, and so I thought, oh, that's an accident waiting to happen. So I then bought another one, and it was a very big one. I think it's from the brand Tiny Love. Again, I'll link it in the description down below. And so it was very sturdy. It had like 2 bars crisscrossing, and it was pretty big. You need a bit of space on the floor or wherever. So yes, highly recommend that. So it was great for sensory play and just discovering noises and the crinkly, like crackly paper thing they stick in them as well. So no, highly recommend them. Next item I can recommend to you is a white noise machine. So this was a hand-me-down from my older sister, which I'm very, very grateful for, because this really helped our baby start sleeping through the night and also to settle her as well, just very calming. This one's pretty big. I'm sure you can get really like cool and funky looking ones now. So this one's from Fisher-Price, and it has different sound options. You can have the stars at the top on the ceiling, which is quite cool for her. At the back there's like a light that can light up. It's got different options for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes rolling. So yes, highly recommend this, but maybe get a more portable version if you're moving about a lot. The final product I would like to recommend to you today for newborn babies is a cot mobile. So our baby absolutely loved this cot mobile. We got it, I believe it was a gift from her uncles. And so yes, it's from the brand Tiny Love, and it had so many different options for sound and different music, and it had like nature noise as well, little birds singing, white noise as well. And I loved how the little animals were facing down towards the baby and not just like seeing their like little feet go around. You could actually see the little faces, and I don't know, I thought it was more interesting for her. She absolutely loved it up until about the age of 7 months, and then she just basically almost grew out of it. But I would definitely recommend a cot mobile. I think whichever brand would probably do, but I would recommend our one. It was Tiny Love, so I'll link it down below. Right, that's it for this video. Thank you ever so much for watching. I really hope you found this video helpful, and if you have any newborn essentials that you would like to leave in the comments down below, I would love to read them afterwards. If you're a 3rd or 4th time parent, I would also love to know what you guys found useful as well. I can't imagine getting to that stage in life yet, but we'll see. Never say never. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!